Never taken a bath in my bathtub because guess what? It wasn't made for me.
How about this? There's two options. This bathtub wasn't made for me. Or she's too fat for her bathtub. It looks like this chick needs to re-dye her hair. The purple's wearing out a little bit.
So I've talked about how fat people do not have access to public spaces and to certain things in life because the world is not built for fat people, right? So I've talked about that on this page before. And yesterday while I was taking a nice big large dump, something else crossed my mind and I was...
No. Oh, God damn it. Some things don't need to be said on the internets. Can we all make this... Can we all make the hand sign? She was taking a huge dump. Can only imagine what that's like. I'm going to play that again just to disturb all of you.
So I've talked about that on this page before. And yesterday while I was taking a nice big large dump, something else crossed my mind and as I was looking at my bathtub. I've never taken a bath in my bathtub because guess what?
You're gross. You don't bathe.
It wasn't made for me.
It wasn't made for you. Your bathtub isn't big enough for you. How about this? How about this? Okay. How about this? It's not that your bathtub wasn't, you see this psychosis, this victim, oh my God, everyone's against me. The victim mentality. Here it is broken down perfectly. There's two options. This bathtub wasn't made for me. Or she's too fat for her bathtub. I think the bathtub was made for human beings. You're not 6'8". And if you're 6'8", that makes sense. You need an extra big bathtub because you're huge. Okay? You're just abnormally tall. All right? You, my dear, are too big. You're too fat for your bathtub. That's how that works.
Fit. And I think that's sad. It's like I grew up in Sea Cadets. I love the water. I literally did swimming lessons.
I have a water joke. She loves the water. You can drop in the cuts. My grandfather said, if you don't have anything nice, don't say anything at all. I guess I have to erase like 1,900 episodes then.
Till I was 14 maybe. Like I almost got my lifeguarding, whatever the fuck it's called. Point is, I really enjoy water and swimming and sailing and all of that stuff.
I want to say
but I'll never be able to have a bath in my bathtub. And I bet you that's something that, like, average people don't think about every single day.
Average people? Normal people? But all bodies are good bodies. We're worthy too, and we deserve value and... Average person? Yeah. Yeah, you mean the fucking bell curve? Like the standard deviation where like 97% of people lie?
Because it's just a right that they automatically have.
So
once you start unlearning your fat...
All right, okay. Fitting in a bathtub's not a right. It's just a basic function of existing as a human being. Your habits have led you to this. You're not naturally obese. You're not just like, I was born morbidly obese. She was born in the water. I'm on the brink. I'm so close to, I almost can't hold it in. Fuck. Come on, man. Come on, keep it together. Keep it together.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
More about Greg and his nipples. What's going on, Greg?
Yeah, you start to see it everywhere, and this is a great example of that. What have you noticed?
I noticed that your hair is lavender. I noticed that your face is very circular. It looks like you have tons of water retention and bloating. I noticed that you took a huge dump and that you're complaining that your bathtub isn't a custom designed for your obese body. I noticed you complaining. I notice you projecting your own self-hatred unfortunate as that might be, outwards onto society, when you can just make some lifestyle changes and you don't have to worry about getting a brand new bathtub. Look, those can be expensive. Those can be expensive. Those can be expensive. You don't have to get a brand new bathtub. Look, I understand it can get pricey. It can get pricey. Come on, renovations, it can be out of control. Or you just take a shower. Then you won't have to worry about like yeast infections and stuff, taking a bath. It's really not good for you. You have like dirty water going up your puss. Or whatever you got down. I know it's 2021, so whatever you claim to have down there. I don't want to make any assumptions. You know how that makes an ass out of you and me. All that old chestnut. So, you know. Imagine complaining, my bathtub wasn't big enough. They didn't make it big enough. It wasn't made for me. They have companies that make custom bathtubs. Like to your specifications, it'll cost you a lot for anyone. It'll cost a lot of money to get a custom bathtub. If you go to a suit, if I go to buy a new suit, if I wore clothes, if I went to buy a suit, guess what? It's not completely tailored for me. They're going to bring it in. They're going to tighten this up. They'll tailor it. They'll customize it. That costs extra. You know why? Because they're customizing it to you.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king of apology. You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go.